Football Night on 9 starts now.
This is Channel 9's up-close look at the greatest exhibition football game in the entire world. Thanks for watching. I'm Joe Kepner, he's Christian Bruey, and we're coming at you from ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Yeah, 88 of the NFL's best players have been here all week, practicing and interacting with fans as they get ready for tomorrow's big game at Camping World Stadium.
Fans pretty happy the NFL went back to the AFC versus NFC format. Tom Brady was not at practice because he's preparing for that other big game. So Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers will headline the offense for the American Football Conference. He'll have two Miami Dolphins to help him out on offense, running back Jay Ajayi and wide receiver Jarvis Landry. On the other side of the ball for the AFC, Dolphins defensive lineman Cameron Wake will be working alongside former Gator Carlos Dunlap.
This is amazing. Grateful to be here. You know, second year in the league. I'm a Pro Bowler. I'm grateful. It started tough, but, you know, I stuck with it. I was confident in what I wanted to accomplish this year, and then after that, it's just about us coming together as a team, kind of finding our identity. We're able to make the playoffs and build a foundation to kind of propel us forward for seasons to come if we can just stay focused, stay determined, and just try and keep doing what we were doing.
Over in the NFC, Matt Ryan, fresh off his potential MVP season, is also in that other game. And Aaron Rodgers, he's not playing, so Cowboy fans will get to see super rookie Dak Prescott throw it around. Hopefully, he'll connect with Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans, who's making his Pro Bowl debut. Bucs defensive lineman Gerald McCoy is also appearing. This will be his 5th straight Pro Bowl.
Oh, it's amazing. Tampa's right down the street. I stayed in Tampa, drove down yesterday. We had a meeting. It's great. A lot of Tampa Bay Bucs fans here, too.
Yeah, we see a lot of Jameis Winston jerseys, a lot of Mike Evans jerseys. What's that make you feel?
Makes you feel good. You know, I'm happy that it was close, and I hope the Tampa Bay Bucs fans come out and support Sunday.
What do you try to do Sunday? Put on a show?
Yeah.
You know,
put on a show. We put on a show. And then I just realized it's double the money if you win, so yeah, I'm going hard.
I mean, unbelievable guys I'm here with. It's a humbling experience to be throwing to Jimmy Graham, to Greg Olsen, see Patrick Peterson and Richard Sherman on the other side, and then going through drills. And I mean, I'm following Drew Brees right now. I mean, it's a humbling experience. A lot of great people that I can learn from, take something from, and make myself better.
You know, it's amazing for me. You know, it was a hop and a skip away from Miami, and you know, got so many fans from who remember me back when I played basketball and football at the U. Man, it's been a special week, and up here in Orlando, all the families are having a great time. So much to do for the families, especially for the kids. You know, it's been fun seeing everybody's kids, meeting everybody. You know, seeing some old teammates, and it's been a great week. It really has.
Now, if you were at practice at any point this week, you probably saw some familiar faces. That's because Central Florida has 3 of its native sons playing in this year's game.
Yeah, representing Orange, Volusia, and Brevard counties. 2 of those 3 making their first appearance in the Pro Bowl. All 3 will be on the defensive side of the ball. Former Dr. Philip Starr, Clinton Dix, helped Green Bay reach the NFC Championship game last week. The third-year safety started all 16 games for the Pack, hauling in a career-high 5 interceptions, while Oakland's Reggie Nelson also had 5 picks. The former Gator out of Palm Bay is back in the Pro Bowl for the 2nd year in a row. And on the defensive line, Leonard Williams from Mainland High School had 7 sacks in his 2nd season with the Jets. Was there ever a decision on whether or not you were going to play in the Pro Bowl after what happened this past Sunday?
You know, it wasn't a tough decision, man. This is my first Pro Bowl down here in Orlando, man. I'm definitely glad to be a part of it. Would have loved to be in Houston, but unfortunately we fell short. You know, there's nothing I can do about it, but I'm definitely going to take the time out to enjoy this and, you know, have fun.
Reggie, to be back close to home, playing in the Pro Bowl, what does it mean to you?
Oh, man, it means a lot, man. They couldn't have made it a better year to have it back in Orlando, you know, hometown, like an hour away. So, I mean, I'm just blessed to be here with the rest of the talent here. And
what kind of crowd do you expect on Sunday from Palm Bay?
A big one.
Yeah.
I got like 35 plus here, so, you know, it's going to be a big crowd. So I'm going to enjoy this and, you know, get ready.
Meanwhile, a pair of UCF Knights will be back on the same team for the first time since they donned the black and gold. Detroit Lions kicker Matt Prater and Chicago Bears offensive lineman Josh Sitton will both be suiting up for the NFC. Prater kicked a career-high 31 field goals, while Sitton helped pave the way for Bears running back Jordan Howard, who is also in Orlando this week. Both players told us they plan to make time to get back on campus while in town.
I'm excited to take my wife over to UCF today. We're going to go over there, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and be there the rest of the night and just walk campus and, you know, show her the football facilities and everything, kind of where I basically try to start my career, and got a lot of good memories at UCF, so I'm excited to go back.
Works out. You come back to Orlando where career started in college. What's it mean to be in the Pro Bowl in Orlando?
It means a lot. I've had a lot of fans screaming, go Knights and whatnot, and I kind of forgot I was in Orlando for a minute. I'm not used to people screaming go Knights at me. So it's very cool to be back. Definitely honored to be here, and it's we're gonna have a fun week.
Somebody I know who's jacked up about all of those players is the man who will be behind the microphone for tomorrow's broadcast. That's Jon Gruden, the former Bucs head coach and Super Bowl winner, has been with ESPN since 2009, but the worldwide leader gave him just enough time off to talk with me about the game. Coach, the Pro Bowl in Orlando. It's been in Hawaii for a number of years. What do you think about it being here?
I love it. I mean, I coached the game in Hawaii a long time ago. I had a chance to broadcast it. You can't beat the scenery over there, but this is perfect for the players, I think, and their families to enjoy Disney World, and all the surroundings is just perfect.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the players that are here. One in your neck of the woods, Mike Evans, the wide receiver from Tampa Bay. We knew he was good, but, man, he did some special things this year.
They have a special connection working. He and Jameis Winston, 12 touchdowns, over 90 catches. He can do more than just play on the outside. And he's good after the catch. He's improving year by year, and it's great to see him in his first Pro Bowl.
Another wide receiver from the Dolphins, Jarvis Landry. He was the go-to guy when Ryan Tannehill's looking for somebody.
I'd like to be the receiver coach at LSU. You got Beckham and you got Landry. 288 catches for Landry in just 3 years. Hard to believe he's had that kind of production. He's a great kid, as you know.
You mentioned Odell. What makes him a little different than maybe what Odell does?
Landry doesn't catch the ball very often beyond 5 or 6 yards from the line of scrimmage. He does all his damage after the catch. He's very hard to bring down. He plays a position almost like a big running back.
Yeah. You know about the Orlando area. A lot of talent here. We got 3 kids in the Pro Bowl that grew up playing high school football here. Clinton Dix. Some of those guys that played in the championship games didn't come down to the Pro Bowl. He said, I want to be here. What does that tell you about him?
I just think it shows you why he's a Pro Bowl player. He loves to play the game. He's one of those guys, if you know him, that would probably play the game for nothing. He'd like to play double headers. Clinton Dix is coming into his own. He's had over 100 tackles in a single season, and he is the quarterback of the Packer defense.
Big fella on the defensive line for the Jets, Leonard Williams from Daytona Beach. What do you like about him?
I like his hairstyle, first of all. I wish you had hair like him, but he's the biggest skateboarder from Daytona of all time. Had a chance to have him on our bus this year as a special guest. Great kid, emerging player, a dominant inside pass rusher.
Final local guy I'll ask you about, Reggie Nelson, Oakland Raiders, 5 interceptions this year. They called him the eraser when he was back at Florida. What do you think about him?
He's erasing people. I mean, he had a lot of picks as a Cincinnati Bengal, made the Pro Bowl there, goes over to Oakland. He's a big reason why the Raiders returned to the postseason this year. A lot of great players from Florida. All you got to do is look at the Pro Bowl rosters. Patrick Peterson from Pompano right down the street, and you and I are from Florida too. So
there we go. Coach, thanks. Enjoy the game Sunday.
Thanks, you too.
Always great to catch up with Coach Gruden. Now, the wide world of sports has been the headquarters for everything Pro Bowl all week.
That's right, but it all moves up to Camping World Stadium for the actual game tomorrow. But before we left, we couldn't resist testing out the Pro Bowl experience. We hope you enjoy watching it as much as we did making it. And we've posted a few more of those touchdown celebrations on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and yes, they are just as ridiculous.
Yeah, I just hope I'm not going to get a fine from Roger Goodell or the NFL. Coming up, Herm Edwards, the ESPN NFL analyst, weighs in on the Pro Bowl, plus what the NFL is doing around Central Florida to leave its mark on the community.
Welcome back. The slogan plastered all over Wide World of Sports is "the best meets the next." That's in reference to all of the youth football events that have been going on all week, including the NFL's premier youth football event, Punt, Pass, and Kick. The PPK National Championships were held on Friday. Ormond Beach was represented by 11-year-old Zelly Hayworth. He's one of just 40 boys and girls who qualified for the national championship. They'll announce the winners from each age group during tomorrow's game.
The Pro Bowl's move from Hawaii to Orlando had a lot to do with our community's efforts to make it more than just an all-star game. In return, the NFL is trying to make a lasting impact on the Central Florida community. Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer, with a little help from 4 NFL legends, kicked off a week full of Pro Bowl festivities.
The Pro Bowl is one more piece of enhancing our reputation as one of the premier sports destinations in this country.
The NFL provided Lift Orlando with a community grant for an all-purpose field at Lake Lorna Dune Park, which sits in the shadow of Camping World Stadium.
The most important thing that they do, the challenge, is what kind of legacy or what kind of imprint do you leave on the community that you've just taken over?
Everything that the NFL and the Pro Bowl, what they're doing, is not just a win for the city, not just a win for the football players, it's a win for the communities as well and what they're doing.
In addition to the announcement of the NFL Play 60 field at Lake Lorna Dune Park, a special tree planting ceremony going on as well outside Camping World Stadium with players from Jones and Evans. And this is just one of the many ways the NFL is trying to leave a lasting impact on the Orlando community.
We've got to play our small role in helping to bring that vision to life.
You play to win the game. Those were the infamous words of Coach Herm Edwards. Now, the Pro Bowl is just an exhibition game, but if you win, you take home $61,000. If you lose, just $30,000. I went one-on-one with Herm to get his thoughts on the Pro Bowl. Coach, the game in Orlando, what do you think it means for the local community and these players?
Well, I think you saw it today. The fan base comes out and they actually get to see these guys, and these guys are gracious enough to take pictures, sign autographs, and they get to touch them. They get to see them, that they are people just like them. They're not what you see on a television set. And I think the players do a great job of handling all this that's thrust upon them when you come to a Pro Bowl game. You know, there's a lot of people that want your autograph and pictures, and the players do a good job of obviously doing that.
Some people have said that we don't need the Pro Bowl, but when you look at this, it seems like it's still thriving.
Well, you know, there's some to say that, but this is a game that's unique in the fact that the players and the fan base vote, you know, and you can say, well, the game, they don't play it hard enough. I don't know about that. I just know this. It's a unique experience for all these guys, and there's a crossroads here for young players that is first time being here, first time player being here, and the old guys that have been here 6-7 times. So it's unique. Those old guys give them a lot of wisdom, and that's a good thing.
One of those guys, first time, Dak Prescott. What have you made of what he was able to do?
Fabulous player under the scrutiny that he had to play under. The Dallas Star, and the fact that every week it seemed like Tony Romo was coming back, you know, and you're talking about a rookie. And he didn't let that affect him at all. He was focused and had a wonderful season, and they've got themselves a really good football team.
I counted up the players from the state of Florida, about 14 or 15 out of the 88. What is it about this area that produces this many players?
Well, I'm fortunate enough to coach the Under Armour All-American game, and I'm down here. I just left here about 2 weeks ago, and a lot of players come out of Florida, it seems like, in Ohio and Texas. I live in California. We got some good players in California, by the way, too, so it's just kind of funny. I guess the water's good in those areas.
Herm was slightly less intense than he was in that press conference.
Just a tad. And he was a second-team All-Pro twice in his playing career, but never actually made it to the Pro Bowl.
Wow, surprising. Good little fact. Coming up, I go one-on-one with a bus and live to tell about it.
Plus, what it took to lure the NFL and the Pro Bowl away from Hawaii and into Orlando. Florida Citrus Sports CEO Steve Hogan answers that question next.
Welcome back to Football Night on 9. We're getting you set for tomorrow's Pro Bowl at Camping World Stadium. The NFL sent 4 legends here to advise the players throughout the week. One of those is a Hall of Famer. It's Pittsburgh star Jerome Bettis. I actually slowed down the bus just enough to get his thoughts on a couple of the running backs that will be toting the rock in tomorrow's game.
Jerome, let's take a look at the running backs that we're going to have in this. Dolphins running back Jay Ajayi went for 200 against your Steelers earlier in the regular season. Didn't have as much success in the playoffs. What do you see from him? He sort of burst onto the scene.
Yeah, you know what? He's a great specimen. He's a physical, big running back, but he's also got incredible speed. He's got that finesse as well, being a big running back, but he also has the vision that you love to see out of a running back. I loved him out of college at Boise State. I've actually followed him. So he's one of those players where you were expecting him to do big things. His first year didn't really materialize, but got an opportunity, and he made the most of it.
You look back, he didn't even travel with the team their first week of the season because coach wasn't happy with how he was practicing. How can that impact a player? Because it seems like it worked for him.
Well, sometimes you got to get that fire put under you, and it can send a player one of two ways. Either you can go up or you can go down. Well, in this situation, Jay Ajayi said, you know what? I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to decide to make the best of this opportunity, and he did that. And so once he got a chance to hit the field, he never left.
On the other side, the NFC, you got the rookie Ezekiel Elliott, led the league in rushing. How good is this kid?
He's a special football player. I mean, he was special at Ohio State, and he got into the NFL. Obviously, he went to a great situation in terms of a team that had an outstanding offensive line. But you can't still take anything away from his ability as a running back. I mean, he's one of the really good running backs in the NFL. I think he has the potential to be great. And I think just time is the telling factor for him.
How many yards could you run for behind that Cowboys offensive line?
I could probably put up some yards, but Ezekiel Elliott is much faster than me, so he had some long runs that I probably wouldn't have had.
You went to Hawaii a number of times as a Pro Bowler. What do you think it means to have it here in Orlando?
Obviously, it's different. I mean, there's no way around that. I mean, Hawaii, Orlando, totally different places, but I think Orlando has this character of its own in that it offers something totally different than the Hawaiis would offer. And so you come here, obviously it's still beautiful weather, everything, but you still have more of a city feel to the game. And as a football player, we're used to going to cities and playing in football games. And so we're not used to going to resorts and then playing the football game. So this gives you more of a feel of what you're used to, but also everything that the NFL and the Pro Bowl, what they're doing, is not just a win for the city, not just a win for the football players, it's a win for the communities as well, and what they're doing and impacting the communities in which these games are being played in. I think that's a big benefit.
Now, we don't know if Jerome Bettis will be back next year, but the NFL has committed to play the Pro Bowl in Orlando in 2018. Channel 9's Greg Warmoth recently sat down with Florida Citrus Sports CEO Steve Hogan to talk about what it will take to keep the game here long term, help justify that recent $200 million renovation.
But Steve, I know that this has been an exciting week for you, and it's been a labor of love. Tell us about it.
Well, you know, I mean, like you and everybody else is kind of a fan in general of our community. To have the NFL actually kind of call it home for a week is really special. It's a culmination of a reaffirmation that the stadium was a successful investment, and I think our residents getting to bump shoulders with probably 88 of the best, most successful, recognizable athletes in the country is a special reward.
When this process happened, did it seem like a reality?
You know, in terms of the Pro Bowl landing here, no. I mean, I had to pinch myself a little bit to say, are they really talking to us about coming to Orlando? Is this serious? You know, for the first probably 6 months of it. Then when we finally showed up to make the announcement in June, I still kind of didn't believe it that Orlando won, because for so many years, you know, we always kind of were that community that tried, but maybe that's just not for us. And now it's the type of community who says, hey, you know what, we can go win these things. And I think this experience, this game, is just another resounding, you know, kind of reaffirmation that Orlando can do it. Whatever we want to go do, I think together we're all teaming up to go make real things happen, and this is another one of them.
You know, in life we have resumes, and I would think that our resume now has been improved by just having this game here.
Well, I hope so. You know, this is the NFL. This is the nation's most popular sport. To think that of their signature events, the NFL Super Bowl, the draft, you look at where the Pro Bowl is on that list, and it's here in Orlando, I think is absolutely, it's a statement. It's a statement about our brand. It's a statement about the type of community we can be. And now with these community venues and the assets that we have, you know, we're unstoppable, really. So what's next? I think it's going to be the question. One, I want to keep this here for a long time. We've got a job to do. They need to leave town this week and say this is one of the best places we ever could have imagined picking for the NFL Pro Bowl. After that, we'll worry about what's next.
NFL reps say they are expecting a near sellout for tomorrow night's game, but they also say there will be tickets left over for anybody who wants to show up at the last minute. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Football Night on 9. That's it for us here at ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Enjoy the game tomorrow. It's going to be one heck of a show.